Max Wardell, Overhead Athletics. Today we're joined by Trey, stud baseball player from Indiana here, and we've got a little bit of an internal rotation deficit. So we've noticed that he's lost a little bit of this internal rotation range of motion. And so we're going to go through the sleeper stretch or a side-lying stretch for the shoulder capsule, for the posterior musculature, the rotator cuff. And he's spent some time, about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, working on a static hold. And that's a great way to improve range of motion. And this one, I'm going to actually have him do some self-oscillations. And he's got a couple ways to do it. And we're going to go through the most effective way. We're going to send him off, see how he adapts to that over the next couple weeks. And if he texts me in a couple weeks here, because we're in Michigan, so we're kind of far apart, if he says, hey, you know, it's improved but not that much, or hey, it's kind of plateaued, we're going to give him another way to do this. So the first way is this static hold. He's got his shoulder down, he's rotated on a 45-degree angle back, and this is kind of the way he's doing it. 2-finger pressure, and he's holding right here. And then he can activate back into it and relax, 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 relax. And he has a lot of stiffness. So he can do this way, warm up the tissues, push into his wrist, push back. Just trying to warm up a little bit. Once he's warmed up, what we're going to have him do, and I'm going to show you what I want, is he can take his arm, bounce to the end, not letting his shoulder pop up. There's no popping up in the socket at all. The shoulder does not come up towards his ear at all. And then once he's kind of, okay, I feel what that feels like, now he can go right near the end and just give it a little bounce like that. And if you look at his shoulder, I'll move this just so you can see, it rotates on a perfect axis. It's a perfect piston. Just like we do our rotator cuff exercise where it's perfect rotation or pure rotation. That's what we're seeing here. So I'm going to have you replace my hand and you're going to do that yourself. So it's nice and light, not too jerky, touching the end. So when you start to get to that point where it's like, hey, it doesn't go much farther, you get there and that's when you do it. And he's going to say, all right, I'm going to do this till it gets a little sore, or I'm going to do this about 100 times if it's not sore, and then I'll shake it out a little bit. I'll retest, so I'll have him come back, relax. We're going to retest. Oh, and he's got a little bit farther. So then I'm going to have him go here again, and he's going to do it one more time. Then, say he does this for a couple sets, he can come in here, pull right towards the belly button. Or, if his shoulder's not, there's no impingement, no pinching in the top, you can come a little higher and do it up here. So go ahead and try that up a little higher. So you're going to manipulate the angle of your arm as you do it. If you like this technique, you want to see more techniques, self-stretches like this, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. That tells us that you like this content. We'll create some more similar to this.